Hi guys, still July 18th, 2023. Michelle Fix It. Now that I'm like overly hydrated, I'm like really cold, so I have my bathrobe on because, like, yeah. So welcome to a temporary office for me, which is a bathroom because, like, it's the only place that I get somewhat peace and quiet once everyone's like in bed. So I am now going to be doing Daddy Cat Dog's taxes for his shop. If my computer will wake up, if my business laptop will wake up, more specifically. So yeah. And I need internet. So I had to find the other phone really quick and turn the hotspot on. Okay, so totally lost my bag. You guys were in my bag earlier. I found it. Izzy kicked it off the bed. His puppy is sleeping on the pullout. I guess he sleeps with the TV on, so I don't know how well that's going to work for me because I do not like sleeping with anything on. Whew. Excuse me. Why is Do Not Disturb on? No. Ugh. I need my 228 back. Confirm your submission. What? Oh. Because I did do the Home Depot thing. Thanks! You have successfully authenticated your content. Could I just get my hotspot, please? S'il vous plaît? Voila. Maybe? I don't know if it's his on. Computer. A computer of mine. Could we like... I'll try to like scooch you. You're in the laundry. There we go. I know, I'm boring mom. You guys came for like Jeeps and trucks and house stuff. I'm like, that's not all I do. And I read this article, like everyone's into like, I think, what do they call them, like micro niches or something? You can't be completely in a micro niche? I don't even know how to say it. Area. Dylan, your earrings are doing weird stuff. I'm trying to like them, but they make noise. Anyways. Whew. I had a nap earlier. For some reason I keep yawning. Why can't you connect to the network? I have to do the Hilton thing. I really don't trust using other internet things. I'm weird like that. I don't know. Everyone's like skimmers and people stealing your information, and like it just seems very steal your information-y. I don't know. Special provisions regarding copyright infringement. We are pleased to provide you with internet service during your stay. By clicking below, you will agree not to download, share, or otherwise use others' copyrighted content such as movies, music, computer games, or television shows without proper authorization. I agree, because I'm only doing this for internet-y stuff, or taxes stuff, sales taxes stuff. And I got an owie somehow. I don't even know how I got my owie. Okay, what the... Your connection was disrupted, or interrupted. So are you working now? Okay, good. Now it's working. Yay, and it's trying to get me to get a credit card that we already might have, and we don't need. Because we already have one. It's like when we go to Home Depot. They're like, hey, do you want a credit card? It's like, we have a credit card for Home Depot. Because, like, I go to Home Depot enough where, like, we have a credit card. My husband Cat thought it was a good idea. And then he was like, one day he was like, do you want for Lowe's? I'm like, no, that would be a bad idea. And then, like, he got another credit card. So we have, like, his and her Home Depot cards because I'm the one that does all the houses. But it does make my life easier for taxes because, like, I know that my stuff is business stuff and his stuff and his card because I have a copy of his card and he has a copy of my card. So, like, I don't do his stuff, so that way nobody can ever be like, you were using stuff for Baltimore stuff, but it was actually Nova stuff, and it's like, no. I like simplicity. I mean, I overcomplicate some things if they need to be complicated, but at the end of the day, some stuff is just a no-brainer. Ugh. Why do you want my password? I don't understand why you need my password. You should have my stuff logged in. Oh, this is great. I'm not going to be able to do taxes. What? I don't want whatever this thing is. I don't want this thing. Where's my stuff? I use the Google thing, and it's on this other thing that is not the Google thing. I think the Hilton internet is trying to mess up my stuff. I do not like business. Okay, go away Hilton thing. And you guys can also go away. I just want to use my internet stuff. And I have like a bajillion little pages that need to be filed away on my desktop thing. Ugh. I know I'm boring. Yay! Mississippi top. Thank you. I need another tab for the Intuit thing. Where's the Intuit thing? Probably this guy. Little shortcuts. See, I do know how to do some stuff. Oh, Mississippi's annual sales tax holiday takes place between 12:01 a.m. Friday, July 28th, and midnight, Saturday, July 29th. Interesting. I didn't even know that that was a thing. That's cool. Oh, what do you need in your action center? Oh, we got the music on. Anthony has me all worried about what's going to happen in my videos because of the music. What I do, I just jam out listening to music on the radio. And I have like this idea that haha, if I have some time, and maybe I'll like handwrite some letters because like husband cat was like, you need sponsorship stuff because you do a lot of stuff that like you should have sponsorship for. And so maybe I'll just like handwrite some letters and be like, hi, I'm Michelle Fix It. Like I have a little itty bitty channel, and like my husband cat's said that I should get like some sponsorship stuff. So you sponsor me. Also, I use all of these products, or I put you in my videos, or something. And I know I'm teeny tiny right now, but like I got this feeling that like I might turn into something cool. So like, you know, I don't know how it works, but just like let me know. We'll see what happens. Okay. So back to businessy stuff. Oh, I also have to do square stuff. You guys aren't going to be able to be part of that. Wait, no, I should be able to do it. Maybe. Because otherwise I got to get on my phone. You don't have to get bored doing stuff like this. Just put some music on. Have fun with it. Unless your internet is being stupid. Square, please let me on, man. I would really appreciate it. You guys didn't get much content today because Daddy Cat Dog does not want to be part of the stuff. I'm working on it. Because I know the driving videos, as long as like the YouTube thing doesn't mess them up, like the driving videos are really cool. I'm not gonna lie, like I rewatched them, like I think I did a good job. I would be doing this even if you guys weren't here. I mean, of course I'd use my phone, but you guys have tied up one of my phones, my 228's messed up, and so like you guys, my life is just all. Please don't ask for confirmation with the phone number thing. Just load your dashboard and be a happy little square thing. Come on. I believe in you. This is a little circle. It's probably not going to work. He wants to be a pooper. And if it doesn't work, this video is just for like just hanging out with me while I attempt to do sales taxes in my bathrobe, in a hotel bathroom. I'm gonna be so cheeky with the titling of these videos. Like, what? What is she doing? I'm trying to do taxes, clearly. I really don't understand why it's taking you this long. I'm gonna back out. I know I have two circles, one on the tab and one on the page. Okay. I'm very serious. My account. I still want to think that I was narcissistic today. It meant to hurt my feelings, and it totally didn't, because I looked like narcissistic. I'll look it up with you guys. It very much made me mad. I am not a narcissistic person. I am not doing this for me. I'm doing this so I don't have to keep repeating myself. And because people keep saying that I should Like, I just have a reality show and stuff like that. Oh, good, it worked. It worked. So let me turn this guy down. That kind of made me grumpy. Like that, those are little things that you can like plant little seeds of like decay in a person by accusing them of like stuff, and it's not nice. Like, I don't care what your stuff is, you leave other people alone. So this whole 9 signs of narcissistic personality disorder thing, it has what are the symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder, and this is from like Duke Health. And it says use the acronym Special Me to remember the 9 signs of NPD. And it says Special Me, sense of self-importance. I feel that I'm as important as everybody else. I feel that I'm important to me, and I feel that I am important to some people, and I'm incredibly important to some of my children. I have one that doesn't consider me to be very important. 2, preoccupation with power, beauty, or success. I care not about money stuff. I care not about being super powerful. I care not about being super beautiful. One of my big pet peeves has been like people tell me that I'm attractive all the time, and I say that I'm relatively attractive and I'm relatively intelligent as like a self-appreciation thing, but not in a bad way. It's more of a I'm not a vain person. And so if somebody's like, oh, you're hot, or oh, you're cute, or oh, you're insert whatever, like attractive beauty thing, I'm like, compliment me on something that I actually had to do with. I can't help genetics. I do self-maintenance on myself because I want to be attracted to me when I look in the mirror, and I want to feel good about my physical appearance because I think that everyone should. But I am totally not consumed by that at all. And I've been very fortunate with genetics or just like lifestyle factors or whatever. There's things that I could change. There's things that I would want to change. But they're not important enough to me to like care about them as much, if that makes sense. Like if they got really bad, then like I would do something about it. And I have done a couple of, I've done something about something that I didn't like, and that was just a me thing. I'm like, I don't care, you do you. Either you're going to buy a super expensive car because you're compensating for something, or you're going to fix the actual root problem. But I'm all about fixing the root problem if it's available to you. So preoccupation with power, beauty, or success. I care to be successful enough to have my children be proud of me and not feel depreciated by me. I have been fortunate enough to, like, all of their fathers were perfect on paper. But they had imperfections personally. I mean, not, husband cat is awesome. And that was a them thing. And I tried, went with number 1. I tried with him, and, things didn't work out. I tried really, really hard. I gave it a lot of time, a lot more than any other person in that age group would have, I believe. And it just didn't work out. And they have fancy papers, whereas I do not. And then the second one, like, everything was great until one day it wasn't. And then my life blew up. And I was just, like, sitting there like, how the heck did this happen? As I always say with that situation, like, I'm very grumpy about it. Not just because of especially because of what transpired with that situation with someone in particular. But also because I would say all the time it would be different if it was me, if I did something and I drank beverages that I shouldn't have, like adult beverages, and then I got behind the wheel of a vehicle, and then like I caused catastrophic failure. So because I was like a bystander that didn't know what was going on, like I'm very bitter about that. And I'm very bitter about how that situation transpired whenever I was trying to be like neutrality and trying to be supportive on both sides of that. And I feel like that is a huge problem with the legal system. Because like if someone else would have had that happen, and I say this all the time, like if I worked at McDonald's and they worked at Walmart, like that could have been enough for me to just be like not here anymore. And I don't like that. I don't like that amount of power with that situation. Entitled. I do not feel like I'm entitled to anything. I've worked my tail off for everything that I have. And when people try to make it that somebody else contributed to something that I did, that makes me mad. But I don't feel like I'm entitled to anything except for the things that I can obtain based off of my work or my drive, or insert whatever positive thing that I personally do. Can only be around people who are important or special. Everyone's important and everyone's special. And my circle that I associate with is so vastly broad that this just makes me mad as a person, because, like, I can't stand it whenever people judge people by judge a book by its cover thing. It makes me really angry, because I've known people that look like they're homeless and they literally own lots and lots of things. And then I've known janitors that are just amazing, or plumbers that are amazing. So, like, for me, it's the person and it's the class of the person as far as, like, how they present themselves. And I treat everyone the same until they give me a reason not to. That's one of my expressions. So right off the bat, and, like, I feel the hesitation that people give me because they're not used to that. They're used to being judged. And so for me, it's like, I'm going to treat you like any other person. I don't care if you're super wealthy or you're super not wealthy. I don't care if you have lots of vehicles or houses or whatever your thing is, or you have a super fancy job with pedigree papers and all this other stuff. I'm going to treat everyone the same until they give me a reason not to. So if you are destitute on the street holding a sign and you need a cheeseburger, and I have a cheeseburger, I'm going to give you that cheeseburger, I'm not going to think that you owe me anything. I can't stand that. And that's one of the reasons why I really get nervous about anyone assisting me unless I feel like there's an equal exchange or there's an expectation conversation, because every time that I think that someone is doing it to be nice, they're doing it to be manipulative or controlling, and I can't stand it. So that's why I'm so self-sufficient, because I don't want people thinking that I owe them something. No. Interpersonally exploitive for their own gain, and I don't do that. I work for me, and I work for my children. More importantly, I work for my children because I really don't care. Like, I have more than enough dresses. Sometimes I have to get more shorts depending on my size. Like, I don't care. As long as I can swipe for necessities, it doesn't matter to me. Arrogant, I don't think I'm arrogant. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I will toot my own horn if I feel that I should, because I do not have to have the verbal cookies from others to make me feel good, because I know that I am valuable, just as valuable as anyone else. And I don't like it when people try to plant those seeds of self-doubt, because I did not have everything from Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but I maintained my self-actualization, and I am very proud of myself for that. So I have a lot of self-pride and self-love. Lack of empathy. I have to do manual empathy. But just because you have to manually do it doesn't mean that it's not there. It's just what it is. I'm a problem solver, so I want to fix things. Like, it hurts emotionally and physically, like my heart or my chest physically, and then emotionally I feel pain over things that are broken or hurt, and so I want to fix them. That's just what I do. And the way that I've read on empathy, supposedly that counts, supposedly that doesn't count, but I do have to manually do it, because if something is nonsensical to me, I have to process it a bunch in my head to figure out how that would be a logical thing, because I don't like being confused by things, if that makes sense. Must be admired. I give no craps if anyone admires me. It's actually incredibly awkward and weird whenever people tell me that I'm a mentor or things like that, because I just feel like I'm doing what people should be doing, and I don't understand why it's so weird to want to be nice to people and to want to be helpful to people and to just genuinely care about people, children, animals, vehicles. I don't know. I guess I took the Ten Commandments kind of seriously. I don't know. Yes, I'm digging around in my ear because it's itchy. Envious of others or believe that others are envious of them. I am envious, but not maliciously so, when I see things that make more sense than what I'm doing. So if I think someone is doing something better than what I was doing, then I make a mental note of that, and I try to adapt that. I'm very adaptable, I'm very changeable, and I do believe, only because people have told me that people are envious of things, and I also understand that even though my life has catastrophically exploded a couple times, I'm still fortunate to have had the willpower to do mind over body, given that my mentality and my physicality just don't match up. Until now, like, I'm pretty good, minus the whole liver scary thing that I have going on. So, no, I do not believe that I meet any of the criteria of narcissism. So, try again with the whole, like, the other thing was, like, I know everything. I don't know everything. I know a lot about a lot, but I absolutely don't know everything, and I never would say that I do. That's one of those things, like, that people say to me to try to, like, get into my head and, like, upset me and start, like, slowly degrading my sense of self-worth, is that I'm a know-it-all, Little Miss Perfect, teacher's pet, and too rule-oriented. I've heard and seen them all. I get jealousy. I understand it. I'm not a jealous person, though. My only jealous thing, I feel, is very factually based. I'm sorry, this is like 27 minutes of rambling. My big thing, because, like, husband cat travels, and I travel, and we spend lots and lots of time apart. And my biggest thing is no one's allowed to touch him. And it's so easy for him because he's like, you don't like being touched. So because I don't like being touched, he doesn't have to worry about it. Like, he has to worry about, like, I would run off with a Camaro, but a Camaro wasn't gonna, like if there was a hardtop Camaro convertible with left-leaning doors, which would probably actually be so annoying in practical use that I barely drive it. But for me, I don't want anyone to touch him, like, because he gets flirted with and he's so oblivious to it. I was really oblivious for a long time, and because I have so many guy friends, Bruce, I'm looking at you. you and your wife used to tell me all the time when people were eyeballing me. And I did have other people too, but you guys, like, really told me, like, all the time. And, like, Julio would tell me. So I've been getting wiser over the years. But yeah, I used to be super duper oblivious, and I get myself into bad situations because I had no idea that there was a level of attraction other than platonic going on. Bruce, like, yeah, I gotta check it out. Like, Bruce, he's like, it's true. He's looking at you thick. It's like, and he'd, like, look all mean at the person. It's like, it's annoying. I'm like, okay. And now it's like I can feel it, and it's gross, and I don't like it. I mean, like, if it's gentlemanly, it doesn't bother me, and it doesn't matter who it is, because, like, old people, younger people, women, men, non-binaries, I guess, whatever their stuff is, I get it from different people, and as long as it's polite and nice, like, I give no poops. But, like, if you make me feel uncomfortable because you're gross about it, like, that's the only thing. It doesn't matter to me because, like, people, for some reason, this one bothers me, is that, like, it's supposed to mean a different thing for most people. Like, if it's a person that seems well off, and they're gross about it, then, like, if they're nasty and just make you, like, would make me feel dirty, then that's supposed to be more acceptable than, like, a trash truck guy. is flirting with you. I don't get that. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. It's not how my brain works. Because a compliment's a compliment no matter who it's from. The only compliments that matter more to me are like from super intimates in my life. You guys overcomplicate stuff, and you make it where like people don't feel like they can be complimentary, and that's just really upsetting. They don't like it. It's not nice. Just random Michelle stuff. Because when I worked at the Orange Shorts place, my worst thing that I ever like hitting on thing that I ever got was from a female Marine, and it's because she was like, she wrote on my money, and like the words that she said to me in person, and like the licking of the lips, and the whole thing was far out of my sensual level that I would ever want to communicate with someone that wasn't a super intimate. And it made me feel gross. And it made me feel like I need to go home and take a shower. And it's not because she was a female Marine. Because I had other female Marines that were just like flirty and like normal, but like it was because she went into graphic detail about what she wanted to do to me. And it made me feel worse than a piece of me. It made me feel just, I guess, scared that like in her mind that if she was able to acquire me, that I would be super trapped and just like I would just be an object of possession. And I was already dealing with that on a personal level in my marriage, but I like got into that because I was dumb and it was just gross. I don't know how to make it itty bitty ears friendly enough. Just it's gross. Also, if anybody knows about the Michael and Newburn guy, like that guy is always in my head. Like the guy that like flipped his truck, the Michael and Newburn. It was like 06, 07, 08, 09, one of those years. I don't know. The Saturday before Super Bowl Sunday. If there was like a girl that wasn't a trailblazer, which you probably wouldn't have known, that sat there and like after you flipped your truck, because I watched you, and I called the police a few times because I knew you were going to end up getting in a car accident. I knew it. And you were on Highway 70 between Morehead City, North Carolina, and Newbern, North Carolina. Well, technically Havelock. We were in between the Havelock and the Morehead City thing. I don't know where you were having your beverages. From memory, you were all over the road. And I want to say you were in an S10 or a Ranger. It was a small size truck. And you had a cooler, I think full of Bud Light. I don't know. Might be wrong on the beer. It's been a long time. But you drove off and you flipped your truck and you landed upside down in like the ravine ditch thing. And luckily you had your windows rolled down a little bit. And the water was coming into your truck and there was mud and stuff and you were hanging upside down. And I saw it happen. And so I immediately pulled my trailblazer over. I put my caution lights on. I so got yelled at by Jimmy. But you wore your seatbelt, which was good. So you were upside down, suspended by your seatbelt. And so I called 911 while I was like running down to you, and then I got into the ravine, and like your window was cracked a little this much. And I like got in there and I like moved my arm in there so I could like roll the window technically down, but it was actually up because your truck was upside down. And then I had to crawl in and I had to turn your truck off, and you didn't know what was going on. And I don't like being touched, But I won't say what your mental condition was during that time period. But I tried in vain to find a way to get you out, and I couldn't. So the only thing that I could do was just like be on the roof, like where the headliner is for your vehicle. And I was just in there, and I was just like holding on to your hand and telling you everything was going to be okay. And like, now I'm getting emotional. Just like, I just want to know that this person's okay. And it took a long time for them to get there. It took a really long time for them to get there. And I just kept holding on your hand, and I was just like rubbing your thumb because I couldn't do anything except for like just be there. And it was like so hard for me because I'm like, I can't help you get out. I can just be like your random little person. And like, you don't know, but I was an orange shorts person because I had a dress on over my stuff. And I ruined my shoes. And I didn't have time, and like I stayed out there with you for a long time. And then like the fire truck came, and the EMS people came, and the police came, and like all of your adult beverages were like strewn about. And I had to yell at them because they wanted to just take you to the police station once they were able to get you out of there. And I was like, you're not doing that. Like, he has to go seek medical treatment because like he's clearly inebriated or something, and he needs medical treatment before he goes to the police station. And I made sure that I got their names at the time, and because I knew other people, it was either Craven or Carteret County, and I checked on you, and they just said that like that you went to the hospital. So I don't know what happened to you, but I would really like it like if there's anyone out there that can pick up from those details, like what happened to him. I know his name was Michael, and I know he said that he was from New Bern. So, I mean, I stayed with you for a long, long time, argued on your behalf because you needed a mommy in that moment, and I was like early 20s at that point, but it was just the right thing to do. And if I would have been in that situation, which I would not have been in that situation because I don't drink the beverages, and if I do drink the beverages, I certainly don't get behind the wheel. So Michael from New Bern, that was really bad choices for you. Anyways, but you needed a mommy, and I was your mommy that day, I guess. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be able to find you because I think about you all the time. And I also think about this other guy that I almost ended his life on accident, and like he was just so messed up. But that's a totally different story for a different time, I guess. But yeah, Michael from New Bern. Somebody find Michael from New Bern, please, as a personal favor, if you like my content and you're really good with like internet search stuff, because I haven't been able to find him. I've tried to look, but it's just never worked out. Sorry, I have to transfer funds for Square. But yeah, and so I was exhausted because like I worked a double or something. Yeah, I think I worked a double. Yeah, because it was a Saturday, because the Super Bowl stuff is on a Sunday. And Jimmy was so mad at me because like I just got home and I just went to bed because I was just super tired and I had to do the morning shift. And I was with Jimmy, like I literally helped save a life. And he's like, I don't care. Your shoes are completely muddy, and I can't send you home because we need everybody we have. Gerbicatas. And I was like, Jimmy, like a life. I helped save a life. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what, you can't work the floor in those shoes. And I was like, okay, well then I'll work the bar. I don't care. So I worked the bar. I think Corbett was up there with me. And we rocked it. So I didn't care. I mean, like, I saved a life. And so, like, even if Jimmy would have sent me home, it would have been worth it for me because, like, that's just what it was. Because I was out of uniform and that was a big deal. Because, yes, orange shorts girls have to do, like, super important uniform stuff. And you can't wear, like, there's a lot of criteria that you can't do. And it took me a while to, like these, I wouldn't have been able to wear these because they're bigger than the size of a quarter. I mean, that used to be the standard. Because we were supposed to be like server girls, girl next door, blah 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 stuff. Like I didn't really fit any of that criteria, but then I talked to my customers and they said I was like the girl next door, but then I was like the Jeep truck vehicle one. So that's what we talked about. And we talked about relationship stuff. I used to do a lot of like relationship counseling at the Orange Shorts place. There was no like trying to like hook up with random people. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I need reports. The same person told me to stop making videos. The same person that said the narcissistic stuff. I'm not gonna stop making videos. One, it's a good narrative of like my life, and I kind of like it. I mean, it is kind of weird talking to myself all the time, but I mean, it's not like I don't think this stuff is in my mind. And now that I figured out the majority of what's going on with me, or what has been going on with me physically, like I'm good. I feel like I'm in a rush to hurry up and get the houses done and just like start enjoying my life. And I just am playing catch up because like it got a little weird. Okay, I really need the ability to get into a report because I normally do, excuse me, all this stuff on my phone. Whew. Excuse me. June 1st. So if you find yourself in a position where you have to do taxes for state of Mississippi, sales taxes specifically, use Square. It's really good because Square puts it out there. Session's expired. Where you can just go and it will show you your previous month. And so you use that information to go into the thing. Now, the oddball out, which is very frustrating, is that right now I have to log into my business email because now they have like sales exempt customers. And then I had to put like information in for each specific little person. It's very, 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 very annoying. Okay. That's how I entertain myself. Why do I have high energy usage? July 13th. BGE. Excuse me. Excuse me. Your energy use is projected to be 44% higher this billing period. Why? Oh, my electricity is like way more. My gas is about the same. Specifically in the afternoons and the evenings. To find out what's going on in Patterson because I'm not even there right now. I don't know what my building anymore. It's gonna be more expensive. Alright. I didn't know how to make this tax exempt thing. I think I had to make this tax exempt thing, someone else's job where they just put it on there. Okay, that one is May, this one is June. $50, this is ridiculous. $50 to put in their whole little stupid thing. Alright, so if you go to Mississippi Tap, then you do file, view, or amend return. File now. And if you do it early, you get a discount. And I like discounts. What is that? Oh, someone added to their little grid. Chart replay. Alright, so if you're me, you go to manually key in my return, step 2, and that was step 1. Step 2, click here to input permit information, then you click the permit number, and then you put your gross income in. Hey, excuse me. So then you go over to your square and you look at your income. And so you, okay, excuse me, I'm trying to copy and paste here. So you copy it from your square and then you bring it over to the tab. And you can chunk it, you paste it, bam, 'tis done. And then you double check it because you do have gross sales, and you have items, and then you have returns. Why did you guys have a return? And then you have discounts and comps, and then you have net sales. And so for our situation, we would do our net because that is less the return and the discounts. And then we hit OK. And then we hit OK. And then we go to next. And we don't because it gets grumpy with us because there are the tax credits. Either we don't have any tax credits, we're claiming no tax credits. We're still claiming no tax credits. It's like tax credits. We don't have any of those. We don't have them. And then we go to next. So we have a little cha, and then we submit it. And then we put our handy dandy password in because if we don't, then it will not take it. Cha. And then in red it's like, okay, go away, it'll pop up. And then in red it's like, hey, we've received your submission, but you have to like schedule a payment, blah 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 blah. So we get down. Go to next. We do return payments. We confirm our amount. We get excited because we have a 10 key on your business laptop, which is why it's the business laptop, even though it's a super cheap computer. And for some reason, everybody else switches their stuff up all the time. And if you don't abuse your stuff and you take care of it, which I'm not even that computer savvy, this computer is like super de-duper beyond. I bought this before my life blew up. That's how old it is. The other one, bought before my life blew up. I didn't buy it. That one was expensive. Somebody else bought that for me because I am a cheap cat. But that one does tricks. It's cool. It's super cool. Ka-cha! Alright, so our sales tax is done. So we're good with that. And we have to do our withholding tax. So we're going to click File, View, or Amend. We're going to click File Now. We're going to go down. Now we have to go into Intuit. Ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Oof. I'm going to pause you guys for a second. I have to potty. Excuse me. It's potty. Alright, so Intuit finally did what they were supposed to do, which was load. And I did go potties. And so now we copy and buildings for Mississippi State. And then we pop that over here. Paste. We don't have a penalty. And we are ready to submit. And we put our password in because we don't want it to get grumpy with us. And then we schedule a payment and we close the pop-up. Schedule a payment. Give a confirmation number. Bum, 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 bum. Schedule our payment, scroll down, there's going to be a return payment. Come on. Good. Send. And it didn't even save after the thing. Come on, it's a return payment. Let's go. We confirm our amount and we appreciate the 10 because the other laptop does not have one. And I do not do taxes on the other laptop because it is very obnoxious. Submit. Put our stuff in. Let that pop up. And hit OK. And then we are done. Visits? Yay! So we have fulfilled our commitments. Doesn't take very long. Doesn't bother me too much. And we check our action center because it says we have 2 things. What do we have? Messages. It's letting us know that our sales tax was due, which we've already completed that task. And then our return is due, which we've already completed that task. Back. We still have unread messages about what? Oh, yeah, I was late. One of them was. Didn't mean to be. I just had too much going on. I told Daddy Cat Dog, he's like, I don't care. I want you to be okay. I was like, okay. We have these other ones that are just like, hey, we need to pay it, and we've already done it, so we're just going to put it through so that they're not yelling at me anymore. Go back. Click. Yep. Got it. Everybody else is good. And then we're going to check the other ones. And we have 200 letters. That's the one that I already received. And this one. Garbacadas! Okay, we have to do this assessment. Make your payment. Bill payment. Ugh, still circling. I think it's stuck. We refresh. Next. That works. And we select our period. Confirm our amount. Oh. Password. Close your pop-up. Hit OK. It says done. Monthly commitments are complete. Hook around again just to make sure. This is it. So, how was your hour that you spent with me? Was it super boring? Do you want to do like accounting stuff now? Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Bye.